Well, with a skyline like this, of course, Chicago famous for its architecture, but away from downtown, out in the residential neighborhoods, the buildings can be just as fascinating, and they are the focus of a recently released book. We got an architectural tour from one of its authors. They are the buildings we drive by every day, and they have their own stories to tell.
The reason that these began in the first place, the reason that these were built, was because we had, unprecedented immigration.
That's author Carla Bruni explaining the history of Chicago's courtyard apartment and condo buildings.
The social history around these buildings in particular I find really fascinating, and it's really a Chicago style of building. The point is, you get more land, you get more light, you get more air, and you get more green space.
Bruni recently released the book Chicago Homes along with Phil Thompson. It celebrates the history and architecture of ordinary Chicago living spaces and explains how history, culture, and science shaped the way they were built.
The point was kind of like, why does a Chicago home look like a Chicago home? It's kind of a way to get people to care more about their homes. Like, the more we know about something, the more we tend to care about it. I'm always a big advocate for trying to prevent teardowns in the city and keep our historic architecture.
Architecture like Chicago's signature bungalows.
This whole half of this block, all the way to the street here, to the perpendicular street, same developer. So what that allowed for was a much more affordable construction. You could bring all the crews out here at once. They would just go down the street, bam, 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 bam.
And while they may have been more affordable to build, over time, they and other types of housing in Bruni's book became beloved around the city.
Our neighborhoods are where we live. Like, this is where we really spend our time. Like, the vast majority of our time is here. And you walk through a Chicago neighborhood, it's Chicago.
That is so true. And, I am just fascinated by Chicago architecture.
Same.
You can walk on almost any street, anywhere in the city, and there's so many stories to be told about the buildings and the homes and whatnot on it.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I know this is not neighborhood focused, but anytime someone's coming in town and it's warmer, I always say take the architecture tour.
Yeah.
Go down, learn about the architecture and all of that. It's so fascinating.
It really is. And my grandma, by the way, she lived in one of Chicago's famous bungalows for decades until she passed away.
That's
so
awesome.
I grew up kind of hanging out in a bungalow myself.
I'm sure a lot of people watching did too.
And still do. Yeah.